Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. It was in the gospel, bro. I lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Hey, this is just a quick little lesson, man. Really is based on the vision I just had. Vision/dream, however you want to call it, man. And there's a spirit, man, because it's funny that this blackout or whatever this particular somewhat blackout just took place. Like I was looking at this article here, and it says New York City blackout in darkness and people stuck in elevators at the huge outage. Now I'm looking here, look like they got power on the island, so I guess it just like some generator was blown. But the funny part about all of it is the fact that allegedly this happened like around midnight. Something like that, and then when I woke up, my internet was out. So something is clearly going on with these events, man. Because when I was looking at one article, it said something like close to midnight, and when I woke up, my internet my internet is still off. And when I looked at the outage report, it said that it was off around 12:30. So this is kind of going around. You see, things are happening in different states, different provinces, but to say this, the Lord gave me a dream, a vision, and it was kind of, honestly speaking, I didn't even get through the whole thing because it got like that disturbing, and it wasn't a fact that I seen bodies or anything drop. It was just the beginning of it, and the spirit had woke me up because it literally it's something that felt real. It felt like it felt real, you know what I'm saying? Because it just started off. It started off that I rolled up. I was going to work. It was like on a Friday, and I was going to work, man. So I pulled up to the job. I had like this little moped, like this little motorcycle thing, and I pulled up to the gig. And I don't know if you brothers know like how those department, like them old structured department stores was back like in the 80s, kind of like Macy's or something like that. So like them old furniture shops. They're not necessarily in business, but people are still. It's still pretty active. So I drove my bike to that, and then I went through the corner door because the doors are counter cornered on a corner like adjacent to the main street. So I went in, and it was like two brothers in there. One I could remember was from the camp, and for whatever reason we was rapping. So after a while I didn't see him. So I ended up kind of like in the office and work. It was kind of like the office and work, but like this I won't say abandoned. It was like a department store, but it was kind of like it was old, but it wasn't like really in use no more. But yeah, you still had like old furniture, and you still had like things that were kind of falling apart, But they still used the building like for like old freight and like mattresses and stuff like that. It was almost like a warehouse almost, but it was in the form of department store. So it was me and my coworkers, man, and basically, shit, it was just like a typical Friday. We were just chilling, so-called working. I wasn't working. I was just kind of walking around and observing everything out of sight, out of mind, So I was kind of wondering where everybody was at. So we was like on this top level. And literally like all my coworkers, at least four of them that I can remember, was in this building. And, like I said, typical work day, but something just felt off about it. So all of a sudden, my supervisor come, and she was like, "Hey, y'all, we need to have a meeting." And when she said that, I heard the fear and trembling in her voice. And back of my mind, I'm like, "Oh shit," And then we was like in this room, and it was like these mattresses. It was like a hidden room almost, almost like we was, I won't say fortified in, but we was like literally inside this place, and it was kind of like a refuge almost. But she was giving a meeting, and I couldn't quite understand what she was saying, but you can hear the fear in her voice. And she was basically saying, "Look, man, this might be our last time seeing each other. This may be, X, Y, and Z." In the back of my mind, I'm like, "Oh, shit." And then I hear these screams, and I hear gunshots, and I hear all types of shit going on outside. And the whole room just got silent. And then she was talking, but the spirit kind of muted her out as the spirit had me to focus on what was going on around me. And after that, I kind of woke up. But the part that kind of disturbed me, it was very disturbing. It was very unsettling because you could literally, it was like it was real. And I was just like, wow. you know, and I prayed to the Most High, like, to give me more visions and more dreams because they've been coming in throughout the week, like, literally. Lord has been giving us dreams back to back, as the scriptures say, you know. So she was talking, and like I said, you can see the fear in her voice, and you can hear the fear in her voice, and the fear, the people around us, probably like 6 of us in the room. And you know how, like, when you're inside of a building that have, like, really dimly lit power, but, you know, you got, like, those big old loft windows. It was kind of like that. And as she was talking, it was getting dark outside. It just got dark. Everything just went pretty dark. The room went dark, but I was able to still see what was around us. And I was like laying. It was like we was almost like laying on the floor, kind of like hiding almost, you know. And she was just kind of like, "Hey, man, this may be it. You know, this is crazy. What's going on? X, Y, and Z." And it just kind of went dark. So from the tell of it, I could tell it was nighttime, you know. And then all of a sudden, I heard screams, and I'm hearing gunshots, and you just hear all hell breaking loose around you, man. So I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah, we are really in this thing." So I woke up after that because it kind of disturbed me, you know. It was like, "Oh wow." You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, brothers, we are really, like, in these times, man, that this thing is really getting ready to go down. And the Spirit kept telling me, like, look, man, y'all got to be ready. Y'all got to be ready. You got to be ready. You got to embrace, be ready. Because, like I was saying in the In Transit last night, I was not the In Transit, but the live stream I did with the brothers, man, I was like, this thing is getting ready to get real because brothers haven't, we've never experienced a total downfall of a society. Like, this shit is getting ready to be fucking nuts out here, man. Okay, and you know Jake, man. You know Jake just in general. Just, you know, we all suffer from some type of anxiety, man. But it's just how you manage that anxiety. And the bad thing is, a lot of Jake have not been taught to manage anxiety because they've been so displaced with the thinking and mind, and trauma is just crazy, man. So, you know, I kept praying to the Spirit. I'm like, look, man, we gotta have our anxiety under control, man, because anxiety could get you fucked up if you don't know how to manage it properly. Being totally shocked through fear and shock, man. I was like, wow. But the dream, it woke me up, and, you know, I felt uneasy in the spirit, man, because I'm like, this is getting ready to get real, you know. And I ain't gonna lie, it almost made me tear up a little bit, man, because, you know, and no brothers, you know me. I'm not really the kind of person that, like, really overly show emotion like that. But this hit a little different. And the crazy part about it is, it was just basic. It wasn't even like, you didn't even see bodies dropping. You just knew it was happening. You felt it. And that was the most terrifying part about it, man. Literally, the dream lasted probably like 30, 40, 50 minutes, but it was just like the last 5 minutes. Because I'm like, what the hell is this dream about? Like, why am I still in this work? Why am I? It's just like typical day. It was just like purple. It was like meaningless, man. And then when she gave the speech, man, it was basically like, kind of like run for cover, you know. And then she kind of got like in this, she wanted a praise spirit, but the spirit toned her out, like, because, you know, they come with that Christian bullshit, man. And the spirit like, man, that's nonsense. So the spirit had me to zoom in on everything that was going around, and it got real fast. Like, it was just instant. Typical day turned into breaking hell like within seconds, man. All right, which brings me back to this article. It says, New York City blackout. In darkness, people stuck in elevators at the huge outage. And, you know, people done bug the fuck out because these people, they not ready, man. Okay, and that's the bad thing about being in a land like to being in this society. These people are completely at rest. They are not expecting it, man. And they say the shots you get hit with and you don't see coming is the one that knock you out. See, the advantage we going to have on society, bro, is the fact we got the Spirit of the Lord and we know this shit is coming. So we're mentally preparing ourselves, man, which I say you can never be prepared enough. You're just going to have to let the Spirit take over, man, and put you in a different mindset. Because honestly, if you try to deal with this yourself, you're going to bug the fuck out. Don't give a damn how strong you think you are. You ain't ready to handle this by yourself, man. We're going to need the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. I woke up, man. I was like, the Spirit, like, you got to do something on it, you know, to really get it out there, to get it off your spirit, because it was very disturbing, you know. But I want to read this article. It says, black smoke was seen rising from Con Edison plant at the fault at 11:55. And remember, it's been a lot of so-called cyber attacks, which I believe highly that Esau is behind this shit, man. Okay, I don't believe that this is no Chinese or no Koreans or no Russian shit. This is Esau, man. Okay, Esau does shit like this. And if the other nations are doing it, it's because they are in defense of your motherfucking ass, man. Because you go overseas and you do shit like this. Cut power to an entire city and go in and murder everybody to be justified on your own sick, twisted fucking games, man. It's nuts, man. But it says plant at the fort at 11:55 p.m. on Thursday, and that's the spirit. Because, hey, when I woke up this morning, my internet was off because I'm looking at it now. The red light is blinking, and I'm like, oh shit. Spirit said check your app, so I checked the app, and it said that you have an outage. Outage started at 12:30, and what are the chances that this shit happened at 11:55, 12 o'clock? So there's some kind of, I mean, yeah, things happen, but this internet has been going whack for like the last couple of months, you know, here and there. Like matter of fact, I want to say back since August, September, this internet has been tripping. I know we've had like crazy storms in the area, you know, in the summertime, but I mean, ain't no where in hell it should be an outage right now. I mean, it's pretty calm. It ain't snowing out. We ain't gonna see snow or rain here for another 2 weeks, so it's pretty mild. It's in the 40s, so I mean, unless a transformer got hit, but to show you something that's going on here. But it says temporary plunge in New York into a chaotic darkness, and that's the spirit, bro. The spirit just gave me this in the spirit. I just had a dream of it. Okay, and what are the chances that that fucking movie leave the world behind? That's the spirit telling us, like, look, man, you gotta be as pilgrims, man. You gotta leave this shit behind, man, because we ain't gonna be able to take nothing with us. You know, yeah, brothers, you may have a bag of goodies and shit like that you may have, but I mean, honestly speaking, I ain't trying to carry all that shit. Canned goods and cases of water. How the hell I'm gonna carry that and all hell breaking loose? You gotta go off the spirit, you know? But anyway, it says reports emerge of people stuck in subway and trapped in elevators for almost 20 minutes. So you 20 minutes and these people bugged out. You know what I'm saying? I remember, man, like when I was in Chicago, I remember sometimes we used to go through them L stations, like we go underground through the tunnels, and the power would cut off, man. You know, because the electrical currents, it's crazy. We'll go through the tunnel and the train will go dark, but it still has power to the track to keep the train running. But we've sat in a tunnel before, you know what I'm saying, for damn near hours being late for work because of some mishaps. So just imagine these people in high-rise buildings, man. And that's one reason why I really don't want to move in one of them top lofts, man, that you need elevators to get down to the fall. I mean, yeah, you have emergency exits and stuff, but even then, the worst thing is to be stuck on the elevator, man. You know, people get claustrophobic. And then when we have a natural blackout, ain't nobody coming to rescue your ass, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody coming to rescue you, man. You gonna be on your own. So it says, well, footage showing a dramatic rescue of a security guard at a Brooklyn Wegmans store from an elevator. It says Con Edison says a power fault or faulty power line as its John Street Dumbo facility was the cause of the outage, but that's everything is up and running once again. It says power cuts spread across the city just after midnight on Friday, with plumes of smoke rising above the Big Apple. It says some residents say that they heard an explosion at a power plant, and others claim to have felt a rumble at the time of the fault. So basically, it was like a transformer that was probably blown. It says lights struggled throughout the outage, flickering across neighborhoods, including downtown. Wow, that looked like some purge, some creep. That's some ominous shit right there, because you can just picture it. It says Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, Lower Manhattan, Upper East Side, and Long Island City, which I believe this happened back in 2003 too. It says with all elevators and escalators at Grand Central Station also put out of service. It says New York City Fire Department and New York Police Department officers were at scenes across the city, including the Con Edison plant. It said, but an investigation to the power line fault is underway by crews at Con Edison plant, with issues believed to be a faulty high-tension transmission line, according to a spokesperson at the energy company. Customers may have experienced a dip or a surge in power at that time, but crews are investigating and working to make the necessary repairs. So basically, they're doing test runs on this shit. Damn, what the hell happened? Yep. So I'm gonna finish reading the article. It says lights. Yep, I read that already. Yep. It says a fire department. Read that. It says power outages on the subway left commuters stuck underground for around 20 minutes without any announcements or explanation of what was going on. So you can imagine these people were probably terrified. It says Grand Central elevators and escalators were all out of service after power went down momentarily twice in the space of 15 minutes in the station. So, hey, man, that was only 15 minutes and people bugged the fuck out. What happens when it becomes permanent? Because there will be blackouts. There will be darkness over this society, man. In whole. Yeah, you may still have certain states that may have power here and there, crews working to get things restored, but once the EMP happened or the cyber attack happened, that's it. There ain't gonna be no restoring shit. When people realize that the power was off, okay, it's a day. Okay, cool. 2 days. All right, cool. 3 days. After the third day, people gonna start to like, all right, it's time to go on a prowl. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, they were like, ain't nobody coming to save us. And that's the problem with you Babylonians, man. You so entitled. You think that somebody's entitled to come and save your fucking life, man. When all this is happening because you wicked. You know? So anyway, I'm going to play this video, but I want to get a couple of precepts. I don't want to continue to rant. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 16. And I'm going to start at verses 17. It says, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? So when I woke up, man, I felt discomfort. I felt dis-ease, man, dis-ease. You know, dreams like that are not necessarily comforting, you know. I mean, they are because it's like, oh, wow. But this is a reality, brothers. We're getting ready to go through this shit ourselves, man. So fuck these people. We need to be concerned if we ready. You know what I'm saying? And that was my big thing. I was like, man, I pray I'm ready. I pray I'm ready. Because unfortunately, a lot of jakes, man, they call themselves Israelites out there doing this thing, man. Whether it's for fame, clout, money, you know, playing with the name of the Lord, they're not going to be ready, brothers, man. And it's going to be every man for themselves. You know, I was just thinking in the spirit, I'm like, yeah, you know, brothers are pretty spaced out. You know, I mean, I stay close to some brothers, but for the most part, you know, everybody kind of stay in different parts of the city, which is nothing but a 20, 30 at most minute commute. But even then, it's not necessarily walking distance to get to these brothers. And we know when things happen, you ain't going to be able to hop in no car and just go anywhere because the interstates are going to be jam-packed. You know what I'm saying? People going to be trying to get out the city. And you're going to have people rerouting martial law. You're going to have all types of bridges are going to be blown. So it ain't going to necessarily be a cakewalk to get to the city. So back in my mind, I'm like, I need to invest in a bicycle or something, you know, or some type of moped. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, driving a car is completely out the question. And on top of that, getting in a vehicle, you'll be a target. Because people are going to be looking to steal your ride, man, and do what they got to do. So it's definitely something to think about. But it says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, okay? It says the beginning of famine and great death. So there's going to be a lot of people that's going to die. Okay, to the point you're going to look around like, is there anybody left in this city? It's just going to be you and a wild animal. Because everybody you know is going to die, man. And it got really disturbing because I got to thinking about, damn, like, you know, your flesh kicks in, your emotion kicks in. You know, we're human at the end of the day. I was like, oh, shit, my mom, what if she don't make it? My daughter, you know, my sister, my brother. You know, those things naturally occur. Even though we say, yeah, fuck it, it is what it is. And it is what it is. But you still got to deal with the emotion of that shit. I mean, yeah, the Lord's going to put a cold, stoic spirit on us. But, I mean, we going to feel some emotion at the beginning of this thing because we ain't never been through it. Okay, don't think that you just going to Superman your way into this thing. No, man, the Lord is going to gradually, he's going to quickly build you up through this shit. Like, yeah, we anticipating now, but when all hell break loose, brothers will be lying if they tell you that they not going to be nervous. They'll be lying if they tell you they not going to be sad if their loved ones perish, especially their kids, man. So all that shit, man, people, you know, we ain't fucking Superman out here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't Superman, but the Lord is going to put that spirit of stoicism in us, man. He's going to put that stability in us. And you just got to pray that the Lord puts this, we just got to hope that the stability is in us, man. Because honestly speaking, a lot of Jake going to get taken by this. It's going to be a test, man. A lot of Jakes are going to get taken by this time. You know, they did all that work just to come to the finish line and they get scared, bro. We cannot be in that fucking spirit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's going to be scary. Yeah, we're going to be afraid. Shit, hell yeah, the dream made me afraid. I ain't going to cap shit. I was a little disturbed. And I wasn't terrified, but I was disturbed. Shit, I was uneasy. I woke up breathing hard, man. I was tearing up. I was like, oh, shit. And the crazy part about it is that I didn't even fucking see anybody get put down. It was just, you heard it. And I've had several dreams before and visions, and I've seen things, but This one was a little close to home. For whatever reason, this one was a little different. And the Lord didn't even, and I got a feeling he didn't even show me everything yet. You know what I'm saying? I got a feeling that the Lord, he gives us piece by piece that we can deal with. Okay, so look, ingest this, eat this, suck it in, build yourself up over it. Then I'll give you a little bit more, a little bit more. That's why when the angel came to Esdras, man, and Esdras asked for more revelation, the angel's like, look, man, you ain't ready, bro. Like, you need to do some more fasting or something before I get ready to show you what you're going to show you. Because if Esdras didn't go on that 7-day fast, and I believe it was, I'm trying to think, I think it was Uriel that was giving him the revelation, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe, I don't think it was it. No, Gabriel was the one that gave the name of Yahweh Shai from the heavens. It was the angel Gabriel. I believe this was Uriel that was dealing with Esdras. Raphael Allah was dealing with Tobit, which Rapha goes into healing. I think the angel Uriel was dealing with Esdras, if I'm not mistaken. Salaki, if I'm off on that. But he told him, he said, man, I want to know more. And the spirit was like, told him, like, look, you need to fast, bro. Go on a fast, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't going to be able to handle. I'll put it to you this way. If he didn't do what he had to do according to the order of the Most High, Yahweh Shai, and he would have gave Esdras this last two chapters, 15 and 16, 14, 15, and 16, mainly 15 and 16, this would have probably sent him to the spirit world because it was too terrifying. That's why he said it here. He said, look, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days, bro. He had to be built up to get this revelation, man. And there go the power. Call out, Yahweh Shai, internet just came back on. But yeah, you got to be built up in the spirit to deal with these visions, man. It's more than just the Lord laying you down and giving you a dream, bro. You got to be built up to see more. Sometimes you got to fast, man. And I got a feeling that we're going to have to do these things more and more often to really endure this shit, bro. Because honestly speaking, most brothers are not ready. I'm just being real. Yeah, we're ready in spirit. In the spirit, hell yeah, you ready. But overall, mentally, you ain't there yet. Lord got to build you up. Trust us. And we tell you that all the time. But it says, behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they should not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful for their scourges. But behold, victory should be so good, cheap upon earth, that they should think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall the evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And we're here right now, bro. We're in it. Technically, it just ain't really manifested yet, but really we're in the darkness. It says, for many of them that dwell on the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, okay? And the biggest thing is going to be the fighting, the chaos, you know, the military things, you know, which the Lord, he's going to handle all that shit. But even then, you have to still have enough stability in yourself to not bug out and to know how to handle yourself if you have to come into some type of physical altercation or some engagement with some fucking bug out. You got to be like, look, you got to know how to put that shit nip it in the bud quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's going to be lawlessness. Hey, ain't no going to jail that day. So, hey, shit, hey, you got a free pass, take that shit. That's just what I'm saying. Because, hey, he going to take it. So, it's either you or me, nigga. And damn sure ain't going to be me, especially if the Spirit of the Lord is with me. So, hey, brother, you got a free pass in that day. Hey, you better take that shit. And I'll just leave it at that. But, it says here that no man shall, it says here, and the dead should be cast out as dung, and there shall no man be left to comfort them. For the earth should be wasted, and the city should be casted down, man, okay? Bro, when these cities go down, this is the last place you want to be. It's in the fucking city, man, because everybody's in the city. Everybody's concentrated here, man. You know, like me, I'm like on the outskirts of the city, but nonetheless, it's still a lot of motherfuckers, man. I'm still in the city, but I'm not like in the city. I'm like on the outskirts, which is really, it's probably one of the best places to be. But overall, it still won't be safe around here. It won't be safe anywhere for real. You got to get away from this shit. And even then, it's like you're going to have martial law. You're going to have those planning, all types of stuff, man. It's going to be crazy. All right. But it says here, but there should be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. Okay. But it says, the tree should give no fruit, but who should gather them? It says the grapes should ripen, who should tread them? For all places should be desolate of men. You know why? Because a lot of people are going to die. People are going to be killing each other. Martial law, don't get it twisted. A lot of them troops going to be getting put down too, man. Don't think martial law just going to be coming in and just slaughtering their. They will. Don't get me straight. They're going to be responsible for a great deal of death. Because the scriptures say we've been delivered from the snare of the fowler, and as a bird escaped from the, roughly paraphrase, scriptures goes as we're going to be like a bird escaped from the snare or something like that. So yeah, they gonna be gunning people down, but hey, these troops gonna have their share of problems on their hand too, because these Babylonians, man, they not going for that. They not going for another lockdown, man. Not for real. Especially these patriots and these militias and these old cops. Man, the cops gonna end up teaming up with the civilians, man, because most cops they don't really agree with what the fuck is going on either. You know what I'm saying? This is why a lot of times cops ain't really fucking with people like that, man. Cops are like, look, we just trying to get our paychecks and go home. They not pulling over people that look suspicious, man, because they don't want that kind of problem. That's why when you see them on the side of the road, they pulling over like Kias and, like little small compact cars. They pulling over old Edomites and shit and people that don't look harm. They ain't pulling over no niggas with no Hellcats, man, because they don't want that smoke. You know what I'm saying? You gonna roll up on a nigga with a red Monte Carlo? You crazy? This nigga probably got something in here. They like, look, we ain't gonna stop that car. We don't give a fuck if his tags are outdated. We cool. Chicago cops getting robbed at gunpoint by niggas. It's crazy. You know, this shit is falling apart, man. They just not telling you about everything. But it says here, the trees should give fruit, but who should gather them? It says the trees should ripen, but who should tread them? For all the place should be desolate of men, so that one man should desire to see another and to hear his voice. For of a city there should be 10 left, and two of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. As an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives, or as a vineyard gathered together there are left some clusters of them that willingly or diligently seek through the vineyards. Even so in those days there should be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And the earth should be laid waste, and the fields there should wax old, and her ways and all her paths should grow full of thorns, because no man should travel there through. Okay, so it's not gonna take a long time for this to happen, man. You know, let's just say if shit broke off tonight, everything goes to shit. I mean, literally within days, weeks, months, you can rid this city within a couple of months if everybody just went batshit crazy. And imagine 3 months with no maintenance workers, no city workers, no power plant workers, man. I mean, this shit will look like I Am Legend in a couple of months, man. It ain't gonna take no damn years to this place to fall. This place is gonna fall because it's artificially held up anyway. Like nature's ready to take this shit back anyway. So go 3 or 4 months without cutting grass, and before you know, you have tumbleweeds and trees growing out of the expressways, man. So it's not a hard concept to believe. All right, this is the book of Daniel 12:1. It says, and at that time, the archangel who stands guard over your nation would arise. Michael is gonna have to stand up and deal because it's gonna get that bad, man. All right, and like you can't fathom, it's gonna be like your worst nightmares. It says, then there will be a time of anguish greater than any nation since nations first came into existence. But at that time, one of your people whose name is written in the book will be rescued. Okay, and this is in the New Living Testament, but it says Michael got to stand up. He got to protect the elect, man. He's gonna have to raise that standard because it's gonna get that fucking crazy out here. You know, brothers gonna get possibly in jams, man. You know, you may be in your bed sleeping, all of a sudden you hear all hell breaking loose. Motherfuckers got the whole crib surrounded, fighting and killing each other. Motherfucker may set fire to the building because buildings aren't gonna get burned down too. And you know, the angel, man, hey, he's gonna have to get you out of that shit, man. The angel may just teleport you out of the building, man. You know what I'm saying? That can happen very well, man. Things are gonna happen within on a whim, so it's best to keep our minds in a proper place. Last precept, Isaiah 33:6. It says here, in that day, he will be your sure foundation. In that day, he will be your sure foundation, providing a rich store of salvation, wisdom, and knowledge, man. So the Lord's going to take care of us, okay? New Living Translation on that, King James Version translation, it says here, Isaiah 33:6, it says here, and wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is in his treasures, bro. So we got to be stable. Wisdom and knowledge got to be the stability of our time, so we have to be stable. Back of my mind, I'm like, man, I'm in this by myself. The brothers ain't going to be with me. That's my mindset. How I'm going to be with the brothers. They stay away, you know. Now, hell can break loose. The Lord can bring us together somehow. But overall, man, you got to be in the mindset that you ain't going to be around nobody but yourself. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you can do is pray for brothers that they make it and that we see them on the other side, man, or the Spirit have us run into one another. You know, but through the Spirit, you know, brothers are going to try to make way to each other. They're just naturally, you're going to try to make way to brothers anyway. That's just how it is. And the Lord, he'll deal. But anyway, man, Lord's Will is edifying. I had to put this out. It was really on my spirit. Like I just woke up from this probably like 40 minutes ago. So Lord's Will, you were edified, man. Keep your head on the spiritual swivel. Stay prayed up. You know, keep the faith. And with that, shalom.
Breaking news. New York just went through a slight power outage slash blackout after one of their power plants exploded. God damn, don't that sound kind of familiar? Where are the power plants in New York City? I mean, they must be in Queens, I guess. What a coincidence. Why are you guys being power? Hackers. Leave the world behind. I mean, there are power plants here, aren't there? It's all happening fast, ain't it? Just early today, Russia then dished over a couple $1 million worth of U.S. oil and de-dollarized the American dollar. Don't this shit look familiar? Ain't this the White Line oil ship that was in the movie Leave the World Behind? Is there in the same color as this up here? This shit happening fast as hell. But hey, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section though. This shit gonna hit the fans. Like, follow, and share for more.
And I'll say this too. See, niggas think, nigga want to be a prophet, but yeah, he got all this so-called knowledge about it. Nigga couldn't spell Russia just fucking 3 years ago, but yeah, all of a sudden you're an expert now. It's funny how nigga got all this knowledge now, but then when you ask him if he's an Israelite, he goes stupid. Yet, no way he's out there dealing with his people. No way he's out there teaching the word. Fuck Jake, man. Straight up. Fuck them, man. May the Most High destroy all you niggas that's on this shit. For real. And you black women, you through. Look at Riri. Nervous, hands praying. Look at her, man. You people ain't ready. You women, you're through. And that's all I got to say. And with that, shalom.